with the France 24's Leela Jacinto. Leela, why has it taken so long for the new Ayatollah to speak, and what's his message?
Well, why has it taken so long? Security, obviously. The new supreme leader is high on the sights of U.S.-Israeli military strikes, so he has to be very careful. We were expecting probably a videotaped message. We didn't even get that. It was just a published statement that was being read out on Iranian state TV with a photograph of the supreme leader. Another reason could be these persistent rumors that he was injured, as you said, in the initial strikes on Feb 28th. And those strikes killed his father, the former supreme leader, his mother, wife, and child. So there are some reports that say he was injured in his arm. There are others that say he's injured in his leg. That could be another reason. Now, Jeannie, in terms of the message, the big takeaways are the economic ones, as you mentioned, that the closure of the critical Strait of Hormuz will continue because he views it as a tool to pressure the enemy, and that U.S. bases in the region, so this is U.S. bases in the Gulf Arab states, will continue to be targeted, and they should leave the region. Those are the big takeaways. But prior to the statement that came out, Iranian state TV, actually announced this on the Telegram messaging app, and they talked about that he's going to cover 7 sectors. His first speech is going to cover 7 issues. Heading the list of issues is the martyred leader of the revolution. So this, he's going to address what it means to have your grand religious leader, a grand Ayatollah, killed by the enemy, so to speak. The other talking points were basically, it's very Iranian propaganda language, the role and duties of the people, the role and duties of the armed forces, the role and duties of the executive body. But then, very importantly, he's going to talk about the countries of the region and confronting the enemy. So this is why, the big takeaways are on the last point, confronting the enemy. The overall message is clearly one of continuity. Not only was a supreme Ayatollah Khamenei replaced by an Ayatollah Khamenei, but we're going to see the continuation of the same policies. His very appointment is an act of defiance. And it gives a signal that the hardline policies that Iran has adopted are not going to change and are probably going to get even harder, because we must remember, and this is important, that Iran's new supreme leader is a man whose father, mother, wife, and child has been killed. So this is a man who is grieving. He also has very close links to the Revolutionary Guards, the IRGC. This is an institution that has become far more important than when his father took over in 1989. So, we're going to see a very militarized Iranian state. And just one word about his religious credentials, because this is a political and a spiritual leader. Now, when his father took over the leadership in 1989, he was just a mid-level cleric, and he got promoted to Ayatollah rank in a fast-track procedure. His son, who's 56, has been prepared for this position. He became an Ayatollah. He got the title of Ayatollah in 2022. So he has all the religious credentials for it. So on the religious side, he's much more secure than his father was when he took over the leadership. And he has very close ties to the IRGC. So the first messages that we are getting from this new leader are sort of to be expected.